Hello everyone, this is Moses, the one who will help you if you're interested to study in Korea. And in today's video, I'm going to tell you how to convert grade because there are a lot of questions asking me how to convert grade. That's why in today's video, I'm going to show you how and explain it to you. But before, if you're interested in GKSU track selection and you want to know how many applicants and you want to know the application qualifications, make sure to watch the last video because before converting the grade you have to select which track you will apply. So don't miss out the last video and let's jump in grade conversion. First of all, if you want to know about the grade conversion, be sure to check about the scholarship guideline first. And this guideline is the GKSU 2021, which was announced last year. The standard of grades have always been the same, so if there are no major changes, I think it will be the same even this year. If you look at the application guideline, a bachelor's degree must have a grade of 80% or higher or fall within the 20% of all the classes combined of the year you are in. In addition, associate degree also, you must have a grade of 75% or higher or fall within the first 25% of the all classes combined of the year you are in. But I think a lot of people are confused about this part. First of all, most of the frequently asked questions, shall we start with the grade of the middle school? Or do I have to start with the high school? In fact, the English guideline shown here does not provide an accurate explanation. That's why we're going to look at the guideline in Korean together. Guys, I don't know if you can speak Korean well, but if you look at the top here, it says the average GPA of all grades at your last school. This means the average GPA of all grades in the school before you go to the university. So usually study 3 years of high school before going to the university, right? So now I'm talking about the average of the 3 years of that high school. Now it will be easy to understand if you look at the application form you need to write. This is the application form of the last year GKSU 2021. First, do you see the section where you write your recently attended school? Here, write the elementary school, middle school, and high school in order from top to bottom. And below, it says high school grade. In general, in many countries, high school consists of 2 semesters in a year and study 3 years. In many cases, it consists of a total of 6 semesters. So, in case your 1 year consists of 2 semesters, just write it like this. Guys, can you see the screen well? First, let me show you the table as an example. Let's take a look at the result of first semester of the first year. If you look here, it says 3.75 out of 4.5, right? Our school uses 4.5 scale, so 4.5 is written on the right. The 3.75 on the left is my grade for the first semester of my first year. If your school system is 4.2, you can write the 4.2 scale on the right and your grade accordingly on the left. If it is a 100-point system and you got 89 points, you can write it down like this. And in the rank below, the right is the total number of students of all classes combined of the year you are in. So I wrote 200, the total number of the student in the first year of high school. And on the left, I wrote my rank 35. This is for all years and semesters. In my case, I studied 3 years of high school. Also, since the year has 2 semesters, you can write a total of 6 columns like this. Now, let's get the average score. It is easy to find your average GPA, isn't it? Add up your 6 semester and divide it by 6. In my case, I got 3.89 out of 4.5, and now I have to change my score using the conversion table. If you look at it, the conversion table is in the guideline. If I find my score here and change it, it is 89 points. So then enter it like this. Now let's look at the rank. Similarly, the ranks of all semesters are added up and divided by the number of semesters. My average is 28.8. You have to put this in your cumulative GPA and convert it to a percentage in the score percentile. If you calculate 29th place out of 200 as percentage, you can get 14.5%. You have to put them in order like this. I just showed you an example of converted score above. Let's do it right together. But first, let's look at the conversion table in the guideline together. Like, if you see here, the credit system for this differ depending on your country. In some countries, the schools are on 100-point scale. In others, the schools are on 4.5 scale. And other countries also use 4.0. So the simplest way is to get a transcript when you graduate from your school, explaining your grade in a well-organized way. And you can refer to that transcript. But the problem is when your school doesn't provide that transcript. If they provide you a transcript, you can look at the conversion table and use it as it is written for every semester. If you do not have such transcript, you will have to calculate it by yourself. Actually, this part is really hard, so let's do it together. So guys, this site is called Scholaro. It is a site that a lot of people use it when they want to change or convert their GPA. So keep this website in mind and let's check it together. Come here and write scholaro.com and you will come up with this homepage, and you have to click on GPA. After clicking on GPA, you will go to the next page, and here you have to click on free. So are you following well? After clicking on free, there will come this country, like a way to enter your country. And because I came from Rwanda, I will enter Rwanda. But you can enter India, you can enter US, you can enter your country. It will be okay. And after entering your country, you will see the grading scale in your country. So in Rwanda, we have 4. But mine is this one, the second one, Rwanda Certificate of Education. For example, in your country, I don't know your country, but you will also find these options, and then click on it, and after you will get this scale and this like description about how they convert it. And after that, you have to come and enter the courses. Remember that if you do this is for 1 semester, so you have to do it for all your semester. If you are in the 3rd year, so it means you will do it for the 6 semesters. So I will start with the first subject. You can write any subject you want: math, physics, economy, English, or I don't know if you learn Korean. And then there's only 5 courses in default, but if you want, you can increase, like here, number of rows to add. If you click 1, you can add only 1 row, and here you see it's 6, and you can even add up to 7 and 8. And if maybe you add it like by mistake, you can come here and delete it as well. So in my case, I will only enter 6 courses, and here, and you have to enter your credit. So I have to enter also the credit. Are you following well? Okay. And then after entering your credit, you have to enter the grade as well. So my grade also was like this. This is an example, but you have to make sure to write exactly the grade and the credit which is on your transcript. So after entering the grade, you see, the next step is to come and click on calculate GPA. So let's click together. Okay. When you look here, my cumulative GPA is 3.20, but I want you to remember that this is a US grading scale. So if it is 3.2 and the US grading scale is 4.0, we have our table here on the GKSU like document, appendix A GPA conversion table. And if you come here, as you see, 4.0 scale, this is our like the US scale. So I got 3.2, which is here, and my mark is 86. So that's how you convert. Yes, but actually, even though I have given this explanation, there are a lot of exceptional cases. Like there are students who fail and repeat the year. There are other cases like the school that have the first grade up to the 12th grade just straight without dividing, elementary school, middle school, and high school. So there are some of the exceptions like that. Your best option is to ask your teachers or the school. First, show them your document and write something about you. But first, approach your teacher, ask for an advice about what is the best way to prepare your documents. As you can see at the end of the notice here, if you are having difficulty converting grade, you should seek official help, such as a letter from the school. So be sure to ask the school authority first, and if possible, it is your best to ask to the Korean embassy in your country. At the end of the notice, there will be an email and phone number where you can ask questions, but email are often not answered. Please ask by phone if it is possible. And if you're planning to graduate from high school in this year, you can apply as well. But because you didn't pass the last semester exam yet, you can write other semesters' grade except the last semester. Yes guys, today we learned how to convert your grade. First of all, I told you what kind of grade to write down, how to convert your grade. Was it helpful? And if now you have converted your grade, it's time to prepare the rest of the document. So in the next video, I will talk about the recommendation letter that all of you are curious about and the preparation of the rest of the document. So see you in the next video. Bye.